Okay, so let's talk a little bit about fingerpick patterns. We're referring to this handout you might have gotten in program with me. These are fingerpick patterns in 4/4. We've talked a little bit about it. Again, on the bottom you see the tabulature for the strings, G, C, E, A. The numbers here again represent the fret that you'll be pressing on when you pluck each of those. So we've got some opens and some threes. In between the bar lines, this is 1 bar or 4 beats, you can see I've placed a chord here. So if you're pressing the C, you're automatically going to have your the finger on the A string on that 3rd fret. So it kind of takes care of itself. All you really have to worry about for this one is what's happening with the right hand and then making the right chord with the left hand. So let me demonstrate just this number 1/1. And so we're moving through C, A minor, F, and G. And we're going G, C, E, A, G, C, E, A, G, C, E, A, G, C, E, A. So again, we're reading it left to right, just like you'd read printed word in a book. And so it goes something like this. I'll show you what's happening here with my, the focus is really on what's happening on that right hand. So I'm making the C with my left hand. And then it's thumb, index, middle, ring. That's this pattern. And if we were to count it, it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's the fingerpick pattern. So to go through that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, that's the measure of music. Then you move to the A minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we move to the F. Then we move to the G. Back to the C. A minor. F. G. C, A minor, F, G. So that's number 1. That's a very simple fingerpick pattern. You can also just practice the right hand independent of the left, and I've pointed this out also as a suggestion when you're just learning any kind of fingerpick sequence in general. Relax that whatever's happening in the left hand. It's going to give less for your brain to worry about. And if you really just want to focus on creating stability in that pattern. So I like to really just like pick up my ukulele like I've said multiple times a day. This is the drill. Just want to get those fingers to work smoothly. Start out as slow as you need to for it to be an even rhythm, and then over time you'll ultimately be able to speed it up a little bit. And the hand will take on a life of its own with respect to this. So that's the first pattern. The second pattern's a little more complex. So what we're doing on the second pattern here, which is this second one right here, you can see it right there. We're going G, C, E, G, A, G, E, C. So we're going back and forth, and on this particular copy we've added those little connected dots because unfortunately the way it's written out it's a little bit compressed and you might not see it. So each one of those are 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, just like up here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's the same. And we're going through the same pattern. So let's just see what's happening on the right hand here. Give you a little bit more of a close-up if you can see it. I'll turn sideways as well so you can see it a little bit better. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Thumb, index, middle, thumb, ring, thumb, middle, index. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. See how you get all those fingers to work independently. Again, you're still using the index finger on the C string, the middle finger on the E string, ring finger. So we're just working them. Every pattern that we practice gets a little more complex, which makes that connection. So at some point, if you see something on the G string, instead of thinking it's the G string, it's my thumb, your thumb will automatically recognize it, just like if it's on the A string, your ring finger is automatically going to start to activate itself. So your brain won't have to make that. So this is that pattern, and you can add the chords as we did on the other one. A minor, F, G, well that's a G7. That's all that's happening. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's the second pattern. And the third pattern, let me give you a little view of that. Third pattern here, which is actually split among rows 3 and 4 here. This one's a little more complex. And what we see happening here is we see that we're actually playing two strings at the same time. So we're playing G, C, and then plucking the E and the A together, and then C, G, and then C, and then we're plucking the two strings together, and then we're going back down. So I'm going to show you that one also with the right hand. And again, we're just working our way through those same chords. So one at a time. So it's, let's see, I'll relax my right hand, my left hand for this for now. So notice I'm plucking both those strings at the same time. So it's G, C, together, C, G, C, together, C, just like that. So just like with the other ones, you can add the chord. And we're actually playing that twice for a measure, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... One more time. So that's it for those 3 fingerpick patterns on this sheet. Those are all 4/4 pattern, which means 4 beats to the measure. I hope that's been helpful. As always, you can ask questions about this the next time where we meet in person. You can also reach out to me, ljcohen@comcast.net, if you have any questions that you're stuck on. I hope this little video has been helpful for you, and happy strumming.